William, hopefully your favorite videographer from Two Hats Publishing. I welcome you to another Two Hats special of community events. Let's look in and see what's really happening.
Hello everyone, my name is Prince Lindsay. I am a mother, a grandmother, a South Dallas community leader, and also the Texas Organizing Project education organizer. I want to thank everyone for coming, especially our allies, ACLU, Texas Appleseed, Trustee Solis, City Square, Faith in Texas, and the NAACP. We are here today. Parents, students, and our allies have been fighting for years to disrupt the school to prison pipeline in DISD. Thousands of students, some as young as 4 years old, are currently being kicked out of school, often for minor misbehaviors. Speaking out of turn, for example, young black boys and students with disabilities, right here in DISD, this is happening to our children. We will no longer continue to allow this to happen. That's why we are here standing today in support of the FO Loco policy. We are ecstatic to be here today with the trustees, the board members, the DISD board members. We strongly urge our trustees to stand on the side of justice today as they cast their votes. We are here and we are super ecstatic for this particular day. We have been fighting really hard for this, and this will be a great win for us. So we urge the trustees to vote yes for the FO Loco policy. And next, we will have Dewan Johnson from Townview High School of DISD.
Good evening. My name is Dewan Johnson. I reside at 4823 South Lancaster Road in Dallas, Texas. I am a student at Rosie M. Sorrell School of Education and Social Services, and I am also a Texas Organizing Project supporter. I would like to thank Dr. DeHosa and the school board for allowing me the opportunity to speak. I'm here today because immediate action needs to be taken against the disheartening populist theme known as the pipeline to prison that is disproportionately plaguing and targeting our district's demographic of disadvantaged students and students with disabilities. There is a dire need to change the district's discipline policy where it pertains to in and out of school suspensions with emphasis on elementary age students. I implore each and every one of you on the board, everyone that is here tonight, and anyone that is aware of the fact that suspension leads to higher dropout rates and serves as a gateway to juvenile justice systems to fight for fair and impartial practices in regards to reasonable and equitable discipline for students in this district. Actually, there should not be a fight for common sense measures to be implemented to invoke a different, more practical approach for discipline issues. Passing a new discipline policy should be an easy task. Maybe the difficult part is to get those who are entrusted with us to care. My 14-year-old male cousin is an 8th grader that was suspended 7 times during the last 3 months of his mother's life while she was on hospice care for cancer. The school was aware of his mother's terminal illness, yet each time he was suspended from school, no one ever offered him counseling or any type of positive intervention that would be conducive for a child that did not know if his mother would be alive when he walked through the door from the next school day. Last year, I was suspended for a couple days for having my feet in the aisle. What did I learn from the suspension? I learned that a small offense did not require a dire consequence. I learned that suspending a student for misconduct is easier than taking the time to come up with a proper solution. The suspension also resulted in me getting behind on my classes, and the core of the problem was never resolved. For most of the students, circumstances of a suspension could be far worse. It could mean no meal for that day, or becoming susceptible to criminal activity, where they are the perpetrator or the victim. Again, let's rid our district of a policy that enhances the nuisance of the pipeline to prison and basically echoes the sentiment to students that nobody cares. I'm asking trustees to quickly execute a new policy that replaces suspensions with solutions that include social and emotional learning, positive behavior interventions, and annual staff training in foundational intervention strategies, techniques, and tools for research-based behavior management practices. Thank you for your time.
is Chad Hauser. I'm the founder of Cafe Momentum, a nonprofit restaurant in downtown Dallas that serves as a 12-month paid post-release internship for young men and young ladies coming out of juvenile detention. Far too often I hear stories from my interns about being suspended from school at a very young age. Ages of 6, 7, and 8 years old, they're suspended from school, and that tells them that they're not wanted at school. That school doesn't like them, and the school thinks they're bad. They go home, they stay home by themselves at 6, 7, 8 years of age, end up walking out the streets and encounter individuals that are not working and use them to their advantage, doing things like becoming a lookout for men that are breaking into houses, people that are selling drugs. This starts them on a path that leads directly to, fortunately for them, my restaurant. But it's a path and it's a broken record that happens far too often. We need schools to teach children that they're good, that they have value, not tell them to go away.
And I'm a teacher at LB Stockard Middle School. I also live in the district. These policies we've already been experimenting with restorative justice in our schools, and we have seen a very dramatic decrease in our suspension rates, and also it gives our students the chance to actually talk out what's going on with them. So instead of punishing them for something that they've done, they actually give you a reason behind it. They're able to express their feelings rather than going home and not really receiving the full effect of what they've done, or without even receiving or realizing what they've done. This restorative justice does provide the opportunity for those interactions to happen and a chance for them to talk. Besides that, as a district, I really do believe that we need to adopt these policies as far as the pre-K and second grade goes, because these are kids. These are children that do not fully understand the consequences nor the effects of what they've done. Therefore, their opportunity to actually talk it out, their opportunity to resolve problems themselves, their opportunity to speak to other people with more experience happens in the classroom, and it happens in front of a great teacher.
Good afternoon. My name is Hillary Evans, and I served on the DISD Discipline Ad Hoc Task Force that convened this past fall to consider FO local and develop amended language to the FO local policy that the board will take up tonight and vote on. Just a little bit of background about the task force and how it formed. Last spring, following the May 12th board briefing where Trustee Miguel Solis introduced the proposed discipline policy for early grades, the board decided to hold off on any action and get more feedback from educators, administrators, and other key stakeholders. A 29-member ad hoc task force formed, which consisted of representatives appointed by board trustees, DISD executive team members, along with administrators, teachers, teacher union affiliates, parents, grandparents, and other community stakeholders. DISD administration led the task force meetings, and there were many hours spent understanding the current discipline data and scientific research that supports the harmful effect that suspensions have on students, particularly on young children. The task force also learned about the success of DISD campuses piloting alternative discipline programs such as restorative justice and positive behavior interventions and supports. We also heard from its school administrators and teachers about what they're facing every day in the classrooms around school discipline and what they need to be more successful. The task force then worked to reach consensus on proposed language that was vetted by a group of principals for feedback and then presented to the board last month. The development of this proposed policy has been a broad-based, collaborative effort that has been thoroughly vetted, and the time has come to take action. I am a parent of a kindergartner in a DISD school, a daughter and a granddaughter of educators, and someone needing to resort to exclusionary discipline, particularly for our youngest students. Thank you, and I'm now going to turn it over to the trustee Miguel Solis, who has been the leading champion for this policy change.
My name is Miguel Solis, and I'm a Dallas ISD board member, District 8. And let me say this, 4 years have coming on since I first started learning about this issue. 4 years have come and gone. And over the course of this time, one thing has become very clear. Our approach to discipline has been driven by inadequate and arcane practices that have both failed our teachers and robbed our children of their dignity. And because of this, sadly, far too many children, especially young African American boys, were written off before they ever had a chance to dream. But let it be known today that Dallas ISD is taking the first giant step to shift a culture of being tough on discipline to being smart on discipline. Today, we begin to restore the dignity of our children. With this smart approach, disciplining a 3 to 10-year-old will focus less on punitive measures and more on a series of thoughtful trainings and interventions aimed at improving the social emotional well-being of children. With this smart approach, teachers and administrators will be provided new resources and tools needed to build relationships with children that can prevent behavior that has traditionally led to suspensions. With this smart approach, elementary schools will begin to think proactively about how best to handle discipline in a transparent fashion by creating a campus-wide plan and posting it on their respective campus websites. But most importantly, with this smart approach, students like Joseph, a DISD student whose first suspension in pre-K was followed by years of punitive tactics and the bad kid stigma until a diagnosis indicated the need for medication, and who now is on a full ride scholarship at a 4-year university, and he's finally got some hope. You wouldn't tolerate Joseph's experience for your kids, and I wouldn't tolerate it for mine, and therefore, change is necessary. And so let me close with this. The author James Baldwin once said, "Not everything that is faced can be changed, but nothing can be changed until it is faced." For 4 years, the community and I have been facing the systemic problem of discipline and the school-to-prison pipeline. Together, today, on behalf of children, we deliver change. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Reverend Gerald Britt with the Vice President of External Affairs for City Square. And we at City Square are proud to stand with top with these parents, with these teachers, with the administrators like Miguel Solis, who recognize the importance of making this significant change in policy for DISD. I just want to tell what I have to say in one story. I was a pastor in South Dallas for 22 years. I had a young lady who grew up at my church who became a teacher in DISD. I went to visit her one day at her class after school, and and I asked her how her first few weeks were going. She had a litany of complaints about the lack of preparedness of the students, the lack of discipline, the lack of parental engagement, and she went on and on with all these complaints. And I told her, I don't know exactly what the answer is. I do know this, that these parents aren't keeping their best kids at home and sending their worst kids to school. They're sending the best that they've got. We've got to teach them some kind of way. And what I've learned is teachers, these students cannot learn unless they're in class. This policy will keep these kids in class and will encourage them to continue to learn. Thank you.
I'd like to thank everyone development without restoration. We need restoration. We need restoration. Trustees will have an opportunity tonight to do the right thing. This is an incredible moment. We've never had this happen before. We've never been this close to a policy change that will affect the lives of so many of DISD children. So what we want to say tonight, trustees, do the right thing. Do the right thing by our children. We urge you. Thank you very much. Y'all have a good evening. Y'all repeat after me. We believe. We believe that. We believe that. We believe that we. We believe that we. We believe that we will. We believe that we will. We believe that we will win. 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 All right, now we're gonna head inside and talk to the rest of the trustees.
This is William, hopefully your favorite videographer from Two Hats Publishing. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like it, please leave comments below or like, follow, or subscribe to us and get notices of all our videos. We love it, even when you call.